Hello, my name is Derek Mitchell Jr., and I'm doing gender issues in a disaster. What is gender? Gender is defined as the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities, and attributes that a given society considers appropriate for a man and a woman. Male and female are sexual categories usually, mistaken for gender, while masculine and feminine are really gender categories. More women typically die in a disaster situation than men. Gender issues affect all areas of disaster management, from vulnerability and reduction to relief and rehabilitation to development. Disasters and conflicts impact men and women differently. They will have different needs, vulnerabilities, priorities, and capacities, of course. Girls, boys, men, and women all belong to different ages and socioeconomic categories. These are all a part of grouping. These groups all have different distinct vulnerabilities which alter the way each group may experience a disaster and how they go about recovering from that disaster. The way that men and women are vulnerable to a disaster will change based on that gender. The differences in capabilities and vulnerabilities will be a defining factor in this, of course. Some facts that I just found. Disasters lower women's life expectancy more than men's, according to data recovered from 141 countries affected by disasters between the years 1981 and 2002. Women, boys, and girls are 14 times more likely than men to die during a disaster. Most of the victims trapped in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina were African American women and their children. The poorest demographic group in that part of the country, actually. Following a disaster, it is more likely that women will be victims of domestic and sexual violence. Please help me. A gender perspective in disaster management will help to ensure that differences, are reorganized and, equally addressed throughout the whole disaster. Understanding the different situations facing men and women in conflict and disasters will contribute to more effective post-disaster and post-conflict programming. Only when all members of society are engaged and considered can disaster management be effective to reduce vulnerability and promote development. That means making sure that the different roles, capacities, and vulnerabilities and needs are reorganized and considered. Um, Make sure that you have full participation. You must, go around from house to house if need be in your community to stress the importance because planning with less than half of the community can, lead to no good. We can't forget about our beautiful women. In emergency management, it is better to plan with women than for women, of course.